o'clock, Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. We're here to open sealed bids for Miller Way 2 fire mitigation. Bill, could you describe what Miller Way 2 is?
Miller Way 2 is a continuation of a project we started last year. And last year we did 50 acres in Miller's Way. And this is the piece we're going to do now. It's about 31 acres. The thing about it is, as you can tell right here, these are all cliffs and big tall. And so this bottom piece down through here is extremely steep until you get over into about here. And then it starts mellowing out a little bit. Right here at this corner, we're going to cut into a Forest Service project they did here the last 2 years. And it comes up the hill, probably 300 or 400 feet. But that'll make it to where basically the whole Miller Way has a fire break around it.
Fire break. Okay.
This is most of our the Miller Way 1 and this are a little bit bigger than what we normally do for a fire break, but being it's in a place that's surrounded by Forest Service, and you look at the Forest Service side of it, and it hasn't been taken care of for as long as I can remember. So there's a lot of stuff on the ground, a lot of dead trees, that kind of thing. So we decided to do a little bit better cleanup than just a fuel break.
Okay. All right. And you have, how many bids have you got today?
One.
We have one.
I had another inquiry. It was from Nova Technologies Org, and this company was out of Quebec, Canada. Oh. And they have an office in New York, and the way I tried to look them up, and the only one I could find that met the title was, it is an organization that helps veterans find jobs. And so I sent them all the information, but no response.
No response. Okay.
I think they actually asked for information when we did this for Miller Way 1 too. So.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and open the bid there, see what we got. Who's this bid from?
Tenderfoot. There's the contractor that we have working in here in the valley.
Yes.
They put these on so I can read it without making any mistakes. So the total bid is $104,970, and that is about, I want to say, $4,500 less than what we had for Max for the contracting stuff. So there's a little bit of a savings. We can do more work or whatever up there.
And that's what, about $2,000 an acre? Or not 2,000.
The slash and pile, it's $3,100 an acre, and to burn piles, it's $399.
Okay.
These guys have been doing it long enough. They got it to where they know where they can make money and where they can't. So.
Okay.
Remind me.
Sure.
Thank you.
And what's your opinion of the bid there? Is that about what is expected?
I figured it was going to go right to the limit that we had set aside for the contractual, which was $108,000 and some odd dollars.
And do we have this grant money for this? I mean, is this, we already have the money?
Yeah, the state of Idaho has it, and
The state has it, but
Yep.
but the county doesn't yet, right?
no, we get it when we do reimbursements.
And we're not in trouble with the state on these type of reimbursements? I mean, we're not.
No,
Nope.
this one was
The one that's
solid,
still-
right?
They're solid.
Yeah.
We've gotten all the reimbursements that we could get from last year and the early part of this year. The only thing that we have that's still outstanding is a couple $1,000s in my wages, and I'll get that in here soon.
Okay.
I'm trying to do these.
Yeah, this was one that was a for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, we got the award letter a couple months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have your recommendation to go ahead.
Yeah.
You feel a motion?
Yep. I make a motion that we approve Tenderfoot Enterprises LLC on a bid for Miller Way Phase 2 project in the amount of $104,970.
I'll second that. Any final discussion?
No?
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Bid is accepted. Public comment.
This is the one up the river that we brought up a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Anything else, Bill?
I did receive this. I got 2 copies of it, so you can read it. This is from the state of Idaho.
You can share one with him. I'll just
Yeah.
go over it.
And what it states that all of our contractors and cooperators have to be in SAMS.gov. And like it says in there, there's not going to be any exceptions or anything. So knowing that some of these guys that are trying to get into this, and once they try to get into SAMS and get registered, they're not going to do it.
Too many requirements?
It takes about 7 months to get through it. And a lot of these guys they don't want a lot of information about themselves put out there, so they're not going to put it into the federal government. The people that are actually doing it now, like Tenderfoot, and there's a couple contractors I talked to in Coeur d'Alene, they're all signed up because they're trying to get into any contract or any kind of project they can get into.
So who's this decision coming from? The Department of Lands?
Department of Lands.
And in your mind, it's going to make it harder to find bidders?
Unless they've already done it, or if they're really dedicated and want to spend the time to.
Right. So it's going to narrow the pool,
Right.
essentially.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to veer off the agenda too far, so I appreciate that update.
Yes.
Is there anything else on the bid that you wanted to discuss?
No, we're good. Just trying to. What did I do with it? I was going to have you sign the back sheet of the agreement, and then I'll just type out the front page and send you a copy.
You mean you're going to fill out the information on the front page?
Right. If I handwrite it in it, you won't read it. You'll be able to read it.
And then you'll give Sydney a copy?
I'll send Sydney a copy this afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's it for today, then
That's it.
we are adjourned.